So it's come to this. Yet another person talking about Dark Side Phil. And I can't really say that I've ever been a fan of his content, but I've seen the way he's interacted with his fans and how he runs his quote-unquote business for quite some time now, and I don't think I can stay on the sidelines anymore. As someone who makes a living in business himself, I feel like I have every right to comment on this guy's actions. And this might not even be the best video to come in on it from, but if you know Phil, there's always little bits and pieces you can pull out of his weekend previews or his updates or anything. And I'm going to come in here as a detractor, I guess, now, and kind of pick apart what he has to say this week, the first week of May. So, yeah, take it away, Phil.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? DSP here, and welcome to the Weekend Preview. Today's actually Saturday, April 29th, 2017, and you may be saying to yourself, why is Phil doing the Weekend Preview on
I don't
Saturday?
think I've ever said that
always
before.
Does it on Sunday, or in the case of if I can't do it on a Sunday, I would do it the next day, Monday.
Well, you can't do it on Monday. It's your day off.
This weekend is very different. We've got a marathon event coming up tomorrow that I'm going to talk about in this Weekend Preview. We've also got my day off on Monday.
Oh, yeah, there we go, day off. So he's talking about a marathon the next day?
I'd rather make the Weekend Preview early. That way you all know what's going on this coming week, rather than me make it late and already we're 2-3 days.
Well, if you're gonna talk about a marathon on your, well, why wouldn't he put it on his? I'm sure he announced it on his main channel or to most of his fans that he has a marathon going on. But it seems odd that he would bring up the marathon on this channel. I don't know. I don't think that most of the people who watch his vlog channel would actually not know that he's doing a marathon on a specific day. This is sort of information that he's putting out there just to get the last few stragglers he can to come to his marathon. I didn't know about it, and, well, I mean, of course I wouldn't know about it. I had better things to do on my my day off.
What's the point of doing the Weekly Preview then when other things have already happened, right? And there was no schedule for you to even know what was coming. So I'm doing it early, all right? Now, before I even get into the Weekend Preview,
wipe the boogers out of your eye.
Huge announcements for you in this very video. I'm going to be announcing two huge positive
He's really got to
emphasize
that, doesn't he?
The news, I'm sure. But before we start, I have to give a shout out.
He's going to get his phone to get these huge announcements.
Because this guy actually made the channel art. If you go over to DSP Gaming, he's the one who made the banner art for DSP Gaming.
Oh man, he is so accustomed to, and he's going to do it later. I guarantee it. He's going to do it later to point at his links, his Teespring link and his Patreon link. But he's so accustomed when he says banner to look up. You can go back in this video, but he looked up when he said, "Oh, my banner." But he's going to give this artist a shout out. Now, whoever this artist is, great. I hope you're getting a lot of work. But what are the odds he didn't put a link to your portfolio or anything to contact you, your Twitter, whatever? I doubt he actually put a link in his little Dropbox here. Teespring, King of Hate. No, I don't think he gave this guy a verbal shout out, even though he made substantial art for him, because any of his followers are going to see, and I don't think it's down in the comments. Yeah, no, certain parts, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I don't think he'd put it there anyways. But he's giving this guy a shout out, but you'd actually have to go and look him up to find his art. The least thing he could do is put his link to his portfolio or his Twitter or anything in his little Dropbox here, but he didn't do that. So this guy's just getting a verbal shout out, and if you like his art, well, you're going to have to type it in yourself.
ago. Remember when I was out of my Machinima partnership and it said Machinima and everything up there because that logo and
yeah, he's really gesturing up towards the banner. He's got this down to a science.
Michael actually made some new channel art for me, and he wanted to shout out, and I keep forgetting to give it to him.
He just calls him Michael.
Shout out to Michael. Thank you for that artwork. He says he'd like me to give a shout out to his channel, I'm Agility. So that's spelled IMAGILITY.
Yeah, so you can type that down while Phil's spelling it out to you if you don't know how to spell I'm Agility.
He made channel art for me, so he definitely deserves a shout out, and I want to say thanks to Michael.
He deserves a shout out, but not a link in your Dropbox.
Are happy with your plug right at the beginning of my video. Sorry it took me so long to do that plug.
Yeah, here's a plug, but I'm not going to actually type out a link for you in my description.
All the good positive news in the schedule. I do want to let everyone know it is now, when I'm filming this, Saturday night of the 29th of April. It means basically by the time you watch this video, if you watch it when it's new, you only have a day or less to pledge to my April Patreon, which is right there, patreon.com/darksidephil.
So wait, whoa. He's trying to get more pledges to his Patreon, but he's releasing this video one day before, and he seems very confident with his look there and that thumbs up. So he's putting this a day out before the Patreon goal ends. How many people do you think you're actually going to rake in with this last minute? Whatever. Good luck.
The next Patron's Choice playthrough will be determined by those who pledge $5 or more by the end of tomorrow night.
Yeah. Drop.
Okay?
Point at it more. All right. Point at it more, and then say you have one day, so you better drop that $5 dues down on my
huge control
playthrough.
The playthroughs I've done in the past, like Persona 4 and Yakuza, have turned into ongoing series of me playing games like Persona 5 right now, where I just played Yakuza 0. And currently, Danganronpa is going to actually resume this week, and that's the current Patron's Choice.
Does he only play Japanese games when Patreon
Choice,
people choose it?
Have control over it. Please consider pledging if you have not yet. All right.
You know, if the weird thing is that if, and I've thought about this a couple times, is that if people who pledge to his Patreon to play these JRPGs, and Danganronpa is more of a, I wouldn't consider it a JRPG, but it's more of a story-driven, choose-your-own-adventure sort of thing. Why wouldn't he tap more into that market as opposed to trying to get more money from this? Because he'd get views off of it, and he'd get more popularity as someone who plays these JRPGs and these more Japanese games. Well, I suppose I don't have to really go into detail on that. He wants money to play these, so there you go.
So the reason that's very pertinent is because right now, the next 2 weeks are the 2 weeks that are really tough for me financially, because February was...
Wait, isn't every week tough for you financially?
That was the month when the YouTube ad revenue plummeted by 50%, and I hadn't made any adjustments yet to my Twitch streaming or whatever in order to make more money, and therefore, I basically got paid way little money, okay?
Way little money. Way little money. What an odd way to phrase it. Think about that.
All my payments are cleared and everything, and I have been penny pinching, and I'll be honest, people who have been doing things like sending me tips on Twitch.
Tips on Twitch. It's not bits anymore, it's tips. And I love the point up to his Teespring link, which I'm sure it's down in his description here. Yeah, I looked at it before. Yeah, it's right there. It's got its own line. That's how important it is. But he's got a point up at the Teespring link. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you point at links in your video, because you can't click on this. If he had a little annotation thing or a little, an annotation to go to this link, I don't know if it would get more people, but there's someone who might be like, oh, Phil, I love you, but I don't know where to go. I can't scroll down. If only I could click where you're pointing. Yeah, it might work. You never know. Might take an extra 3 seconds out of your day to make an annotation with that link, but
money has been saving my ass because it's been going right to the bills, because I don't have the money because YouTube screwed me over in February.
Yeah, YouTube did screw him over.
The good
obviously.
News is, I made these adjustments in March. My streaming method changed, my video method changed, and I'm making money now on Twitch, so it makes up for the lost.
How did his video method really change? He streams on Twitch, and then he cuts up the videos and then puts them on YouTube. Whatever.
May, I should be good because I'll start getting the increased payments from Twitch and from YouTube and all that. But we're not there yet. I have 2 weeks where everything's going to clear. My mortgages, my credit card bills, loan bills.
This is
utility bills.
Just such a ploy to pin you into giving him more money.
I'm desperately afraid that I might not have enough money to clear those bills, which sucks. I'll be out of the woods after these 2 weeks, but we have to get through these 2 weeks.
Yeah,
he pledged to my Patreon.
And he's got a point again. Of course he's got a point again. So he's got 2 weeks where all of his bills have to go through and whatever. And, I don't know, he might not be able to afford it, so you better go give him more money. I thought this was positive news. I thought he had 2 really big positive things to say. All he said was that he had new art, and then, I need money? What's the other positive thing?
And now, this money, I get it in the first week of May, and immediately once it clears, I will be tossing it right to the bills, get it right into the bank account to pay the bills, so that way I'll be good. All right. So
yeah, he's really he's living paycheck to paycheck these days.
And you're not interested in the streaming or whatever. You don't care about going over there and tipping me or whatever. This is the way.
Tipping me. Is this the first video where he switched from saying bits to tips? That's such a subtle change. It's a tip now. You're not giving me bits. It's a tip.
And make sure that I can get through the next few weeks. And then I think the rest of the year we could... Oh,
yeah, that little fist. Yeah. All right. Solidarity, brothers.
Thanks to anyone who is a current patron. Thanks if you're considering it. If you do pledge the next day...
He's never going to point at his Twitter. I don't think he ever points at his Twitter.
I will definitely do my best to keep doing this full time. But, your support is critical. I mean, just being real here.
It's critical.
All right.
What's up, everybody?
All the good news coming up, because I got tons of good news I want to share with everyone, and then we'll get to the schedule.
Oh, I thought the good news was that you had an artist who is working with no linked plugs to provide you with banner art. I thought that was good news. We're going to get to the good news now. All right.
First up, folks, the first piece of good news for you is that after taking on all your feedback over the past week, I've mulled it over in my head. What people have said.
Yeah, I really had to think about it.
I have decided officially that in the month of May, which is about to start, right?
It's May now.
I am going to resume, or I guess kind of start over, or not really start over, but Hate Live, my podcast, is coming back.
Okay.
It's been on hiatus for almost a year and a half because I thought that in 2016 I was going to be doing a lot more vlogging here on the vlogging channel. But now that YouTube ad revenue has plummeted and just is nothing, there's no reason for me to do that. I'm making literally no money on the videos I'm uploading to this channel. It's like nothing. It's pittance. So instead of...
It's a pittance. So he's bringing back his podcast? Well, the only reason why he's bringing back his podcast is to incentivize people to pledge $20 to his Patreon so they can guarantee an answer to their questions. He's going to talk about that. That's the only reason why he's bringing that back. I don't even know why he canceled it. I don't want to look at his Patreon right now. I might go there later on, but that's got to be the only reason why he's bringing that back.
Of saying, oh man, I don't want to do Hate Live anymore because I was going to split up into a bunch of small vlogs. And by the way, I really don't have time to do the vlogs anyway.
Oh, well. Wait. You don't have time to do small vlogs, but you have time to do an entire, what? Hate Live was a couple hours. What was it, like 1.5, 2 hours long? And it was split up into 3 different parts most of the time. But you got time to do that and not short vlogs. All right.
I'm going to do once a month, probably, an episode of Hate Live where I review gaming news, upcoming gaming releases. I tell you about the games I've been playing recently. We'll talk about current events and stuff.
Oh, no, it's Ask the King. Oh, I'm a fucking moron. Whatever. Disregard that.
Gaming. It's going to be, by the way, this new podcast of Hate Live is going to be really Hate Live. And what I mean by that is it will be live streamed on Twitch, and it's going to be very interactive, like my streams are now, all my gameplay streams, right? We're going to have people talking with me. I'm going to be answering their questions. We'll have a Q&A segment every single time I do the show. There'll be people, I'm sure, who'll be cheering and
Wait a tick. Now I feel good that I fucked this up, because Ask the King is his little podcast where he... answers your Patreon questions. But now you can get your questions answered on this for free?
to them during the course of this live stream. It'll probably run around 2 hours. That's how long Hate Live used to run. And then maybe back in the day segments. There could be all kinds of stuff going on during Hate Live. But people loved this podcast. Some people said it was the best thing that I did. And when I did away with it in early 2016, a lot of people were very sad. So I've listened to your feedback over the past year, and in particular last week.
To be fair, all right, I might not... It's a good pause there. I might not have all the details here. I do remember a lot of this shit, though. Ask the King, you got to pay $20 on his Patreon to get your question answered. But now that he's bringing this... That's how homogenized his content is that it's hard for me to keep up with how do you get your questions answered? How do you get shit, interacted with Phil? And one of the things that he's talking about is he's just going to bring this show back, but people were sad that it left. If you have a business strategy, and of course, fucking South Park got it right, you deny somebody something for a short period of time, and then, they miss it so much, they want to have it back. And so you bring it back, and of course they're going to pay out the ass to, have it there. He's pulling like a really cheap trick here. Oh, I got rid of Hate Live, even though it was just like half of my other fucking shows. I can't even remember a Hate Live episode that was different from, well, I don't know. He's just pulling his little card out of the book to get more money. Oh, I did this show. Don't you want to see it come back? But it's going to be like anything else that he's doing. How is this any different from Weekend Preview even, when he's talking about what's coming up or whatever, or what he's going to do? If you ask him questions, it's going to be about somehow his business or whatever. It all funnels back into the same thing.
Ask the King right here on this channel. People were like saying, you got to bring it back. You got to bring it back. We love the show. We'll definitely check it out. And especially the live stream aspect of it. Because the thing was, I used to not interact with my stream chat or anything like that. And then I had a call-in segment. Instead of doing that, I could just interact with stream chat.
Wait, he's going all the way back to his call-in segments? Is he going to do that again?
Just like I do with my gameplay videos. And I think it's going to be a better show overall.
Or it's just stream chat.
So Hate Live will return this month. When? I'm not sure yet. I don't want to promise you the date yet. But coming up in May, there is a couple times where there's dead time, where there's not a lot of new releases. I think
then I don't even feel bad for fucking this up, because he's not even sure when it's going to come back. Well, la-di-da.
It's the week before.
Keep it nebulous.
Justice 2 releases. There's not a lot going on, and I'll definitely have time to squeeze in maybe a 2-hour Hate Live podcast.
Well, good for you.
More information on that is coming. Once we get closer to it, I will definitely get you more information. All right, but for now, Hate Live is coming back. That's the first big piece of positive info for you. The second piece, I know this is going to come out of left field because I didn't hint at this at all in the past couple of months. Ladies and gentlemen, DSP Gaming and KO Gaming are moving into managed partnerships again. Now, what does that mean? It means that I will not have rampant content ID claims. I won't have my videos getting blocked or muted.
So is Curse doing this for him now?
Music in them, which is completely illegal. I said a million times that the content ID system on YouTube is illegal.
No.
Because the bottom line is...
I'm actually really... I'm glad he's talking about this, because this is one of the things that really, really bothers me about intellectual property and the way that he talks about this. It's not illegal. It's not illegal at all. You're working on a platform that allows you to host your videos. And if you're going to say that it's illegal to have copyrighted, songs, and people who are way bigger than you saying, "Nuh-uh, you can't have this in here," even if it's if you're playing Grand Theft Auto, you can't have this, in here. It's such a gray area in fair use, but he needs these legal teams to go up to bat with him. That doesn't make it illegal if you're a little guy, all right? It doesn't. This bothers me so much that he is saying that it's illegal for people to claim, oh, my song was used in this, and yada, yada, yada. People can do that. They have every right to say, this is my intellectual property, and it's being used in this thing, and it's not right. So annoying.
This, if anyone tried to go to court and make a legal case that a video on YouTube can be 100% claimed, meaning all ad revenue should go to a particular music company because there was a clip of their song in the video, the judge would say, no, there's no way. Maybe you have a claim to a percentage of ad revenue, but you have absolutely no right to take all of the money.
Yes, but you're working on a site that has a reasonable pull to these big record labels. They make a ton of money off of these big record labels putting their music up. If their songs come up in something that may or may not be fair use, you're going to get into hot water. They would rather take your videos off of monetization and divert those funds to the record labels than have to deal with going to court with you. And you're not going to be able to go to court. I mean, if you have a managed partnership, you have a couple of lawyers maybe being able to pull these strings for you, but you're not going to be able to win those fights at all. And of course they're going to content ID you. Of course they're going to say, this doesn't belong to you. You don't have the rights to use this. And they might be able to claim all of their rights, but you are on a website that can divert those funds away from you because you're using their bandwidth, because you're agreeing to their terms of service.
From that video, they didn't make the video. All they did is had a small part with music playing in it. It's bullshit, which is why YouTube's content ID system is illegal.
It's not bullshit. It's not bullshit. It's protecting other people's intellectual property. And it might be bullshit to lose money out on this and that, but it happens.
I was going to sue YouTube because we all have to put videos on YouTube to make a living, so no one will ever take them. They're broken.
I don't. A couple of people down the street don't have to. Let me tell you. I can't say for everyone. You know, some other people might be making money off of this, but if you're putting videos up on YouTube to make money, you're going to have to work within the parameters that YouTube has. It's not bullshit. Not all of us can do what you're doing. Make money off of these videos. So you don't have any right to complain if these companies are trying to basically take care of their own intellectual property.
Systems. But the good news is, yes, both DSP Gaming and KO Gaming are moving into managed partnerships. Allow me to very briefly explain to you this process and how it panned out. As you know, 2 months ago, I was leaving my machinima partnerships, and I explained to everyone I didn't know what the future was.
Wait. You were leaving them? Or you got fired?
I didn't know what I was going to do, right? And at that time, I was looking into getting partnerships with other companies. And I actually did get a few offers from a few different companies. Some of them had, in my opinion, really low ad revenue share ratios.
Ooh, yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. Why don't you just tell us what those companies were and what their ad revenues were?
From what I'm making here, because like, what do they deserve such a huge cut for?
A huge cut. You're working in one of the most volatile markets you can be in right now. YouTube entertainment. And you are going to have to deal with people content IDing your shit and taking ad revenue away from you. It's just how it fucking works. It's a volatile market. You cannot guarantee another company is going to just take you in under the wing. It doesn't work like that.
That I almost went with, but then it ended up falling through at the last minute. Eventually, my channels ended up with Curse. Now, Curse is a network owned, if you don't know this, by Twitch, which is owned by Amazon. So it's all tied together, okay? Curse is a network, as long as you have gameplay videos that are getting views, they pretty much accept you. It's not like they have strict criteria or whatever, and they have a decent revenue share ratio and all that. So because it was...
Why don't you just do us a favor right now and tell us what that revenue share is? Tell us what they're paying you.
Turnaround to go from Machinima to Curse, and I knew I could get ads on my videos right away. I just did it. I said, even if I know I'm not going to get a managed partnership or whatever with them, at least I'll keep making money, and that's what's important. So I immediately had them roll into Curse, and I've been with Curse for 2 months now. It was, most of March and all of April, I've been with Curse. After the whole fallout with Machinima, and I made the first vlog about it. All right, not the Machinima vlog, but when I announced that I was leaving Machinima and that I was going to be looking for a new partnership, a company contacted me and said, Phil, we saw your vlog. We're actually fans of your stuff. We've seen your videos. We know who you are. So we know of all your history on YouTube, being a longtime YouTuber, and the fact that you have so many
who was this?
or whatever on your DSP gaming channel. And we would like to partner you. Okay. We'd like to be competitive. So, what do you have with Curse? So I told them, there's really two reasons why I would go with another network.
Wait a minute. He told another company what Curse was paying him? All right.
One, if they were going to pay me more than Curse was, and number two, if they were going to put me into a managed partnership so I didn't have to deal with the ridiculous...
So wait, did he drop ship off of Curse?
No lie, everyone.
Look, all right, I'll be completely honest with you. I don't fucking know what he's making with Curse, but if you're going to say what you're making with a company to another company... and then put a video up on YouTube about, I talked to them about it. If Curse sees this, I don't think they're going to be happy.
I've gotten, I started counting.
He's got his phone.
1,500 emails in the past 2 months from videos of mine that have been content ID claimed on DSP Gaming.
Of course they are.
Sports games that had licensed music.
Yep.
Any sandbox game like Grand Theft Auto or Saints Row.
Yeah, yes, that's because... Again, I'll bring this back up. These are people trying to protect their intellectual property. They hear the song on there, they will automatically do it. I uploaded a video where I had a Fleetwood Mac song in the background. It was automatically content ID'd. I didn't care because I'm not making money off of YouTube, but they're just trying to make money off of their song no matter where it was. It doesn't fucking matter.
All those playthroughs are destroyed. You may not realize it. If you go to watch one of those back, man, I haven't seen Grand Theft Auto San Andreas in a few years. You'll go to watch it, half the music is blocked, or there's no audio at all, or the video's not watchable. It's just a mess. And it's not my fault. That's because Content ID screwed me when I left my managed partnership. It sucks.
Those songs will be attacked, obviously. Not attacked, but... they're just bands and people trying to protect their intellectual property. It's not bullshit. It really isn't. And you might think it's them trying to make a buck off of you or detract away from you, but you just have to deal with it.
Sucks. It really does freaking suck. And there's nothing I can do about those videos. Once they're claimed for good. That's the other thing. There's no way to even get it fixed. Even if I go into a managed partnership now, you can't even fix it. So how is that a legal system on YouTube? It's not. It's an illegal fucking system.
It's not illegal. I can't stress that enough. I might not know the entire division of this system or anything, but it's not illegal. They're trying to protect their own rights. And they have the copyright on these songs, and they will do whatever they can to protect it. It doesn't make it illegal, just because it's an inconvenience.
That YouTube is just never going to be...
Otherwise, I would speed everywhere. I would speed everywhere I go. I mean, what the fuck? I'm just trying to get to work. I'm a couple minutes late. I gotta go. Oh, what? You're pulling me over. This is illegal. It's illegal. No, it's just an inconvenience for you. But that doesn't make it illegal.
Taking a task for because it's their website and they own the business and people need to make a living on YouTube. It's bullshit is what it is. But anyway.
No, it's not.
I'm heading into a managed partnership with this new company because they offered me a managed partnership on both channels. And actually, revenue-wise, things are slightly better. I cannot give you details or anything like that because obviously I'm in a contract and...
You might as well. Well, he didn't. When he left Machinima, he didn't disclose details as if he was still in the contract with Machinima. That was one of the weird things that bothered me with this guy, was that he left Machinima and he's like, "Oh, I can't disclose this and that." Well, why can't you? The contract's over. He's probably going to get kicked off of Curse at some point. And then he's going to do the same exact thing. He's going to complain about Curse and go from there. No one leaves working with DSP with a gleaming reputation. He will shit all over them.
I can't give you the specifics of what they offered me, but things are good. I've been talking with these guys directly, and it looks like, they're going to be very responsive. Unlike Machinima, I won't have to type up a fucking log every time I need help and wait and then sit on my ass.
Yeah, but what about the people who you were able to talk with?
These guys are very interactive. I have their direct contact info.
No, he had in his Machinima bashing video, he had for a while. I mean, he was with them for years. He had people who he was able to contact. And the logs were a more recent thing that he had to work around. But fucking now the whole thing was just logs. Years upon years of logs. Oh, it was just terrible. But now I can actually email someone.
Very positive for the future, okay? When is this going to take place, this change? Very soon. In fact, Monday. Yeah, that's right. I've asked for my release from the Curse Network on Monday for both DSP Gaming and KO Gaming. They're supposed to release the channels. Then I just got to tell these new network that I'm in with them. I already signed a contract or whatever. They're going to link the channels.
Wait.
Then, sadly, is the process by which I need to enable all the ads again. Because what's going to happen is when I disconnect from Curse, all the ads...
So he is leaving Curse. Did he say that before? I can't remember.
Okay. And then I have to re-enable the ads. Now, the last time I did this, when I left Machinima and went to Curse, for DSP Gaming, it took about 8.5 hours to enable all the advertisements because I have 43,000
Yeah, because you spam YouTube.
On DSP Gaming. It takes a while for the system to automatically put advertisements on all of them, okay? So it's going to take a while for me to be able to put the ads on all the videos. Because of that,
God, if only he had a goatee to scratch.
Uploading schedule this week, because there's no reason for me to upload a shitload of videos and then no ads go on them and I make no money. That would not work. I would go out of business. So allow me to explain this week's schedule now. This is good because it transitions right into the schedule, so you know what to expect both on the live streams and on DSP Gaming this week.
I don't expect anything from you.
Okay. So tonight I'm doing the weekly preview. Great. That's it. This is it for tonight. I've already filmed.
Why would he say, "Oh yeah, well tonight counts"? If he's doing this on a Saturday, then it's not really a weekend preview day, is it? Because he's talking about next week, so Sunday and then on, it doesn't really count.
A Loot Crate unboxing, which I'll be releasing right here.
Oh my God! Why would you open up those Loot Crates? I mean, there's so much copyrighted shit in there. It's just going to get content ID'd, and it's just illegal. It's illegal to open up shit on YouTube from a Loot Crate.
I hate vlogs either Sunday or Monday. We'll see. One of those days I'm going to upload it. It doesn't really matter which. And this channel, by the way, is not affected by this transition. Therefore, videos on here are fine. They'll have ads and everything will be okay. So the Loot Crate unboxing is coming up in the next couple of days. Tomorrow, Sunday, it is my worst games ever marathon. That's right, folks. The patrons in February.
So this was yesterday for me.
Then they've nominated and then they voted on games they wanted to see in the worst games ever marathon. And the winners are number 1, Scarface. Now, I know people are going to groan, what? Scarface? A lot of people hold that game in high regard.
Well, he sucked at Scarface, so it's got to be a shit game.
A game that had a lot of good ideas that were then ripped from that game and put into much better games. But the fact that game's formula is primarily grinding for money in boring, repetitive chases and shit, drug delivery, I didn't like that at all. I'm almost.
Do you ever
done with
like
the game.
anything?
I don't think I have enough money to finish it yet. I think I need to do like a couple more drug runs.
I don't have enough money to finish it. That's got to be a slip somehow.
This is an unlock the final story chapters of the game, and people nominated and voted, and it's in. So tomorrow I'm playing Scarface for around 2 hours, and we'll see if I can finish up the game. Keep in mind, I haven't played the game since August of last year, so I'm not even going to know the controls. I warned everyone when they were nominating games it would probably be a bad idea to nominate Scarface, and they did it anyway. So whatever. Tomorrow, 2 hours of Scarface, because that's what the patrons voted on. I'm also going to be playing a game called Revolution 60. It's a game known by a well-known SJW person who's basically very infamous within the community for Gamergate stuff that happened. And apparently people said this game that this person worked on and made is one of the worst games ever made. I got it on PC to play, and we're going to be doing 2 hours of that tomorrow. And then finally, Ride to Hell Retribution. This game is
well, that obviously that's going to be there.
yes, I'll be playing that as well. So 3 games on the Worst Games Ever stream tomorrow. That, by the way, that's starting at noon Pacific time. I want to make that clear because my streams have been starting at 11 a.m. This stream will start at noon because I actually am going to be doing some stuff downstairs. We actually have the pressure cooker is going to be cooking some meat and stuff during the day.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to do some prep work with Leanna and everything.
Gotta get that meat pressure cooking.
But that's fine because the stream's going to go.
He likes pressure on his meat, as you've seen in the past.
Time. So we have about 2 hours each of the games during that event. Okay, that's tomorrow on Twitch. I will be recording the videos. However, being that I know advertisements on my DSP Gaming channel are going to go away, I will not be uploading those videos to DSP Gaming yet. What I will do, I will have that stream archived on my Twitch channel. So if you want to...
so he's leaving Curse. And then he's not going to upload anything in the interim period. He's just going to put them up once he can make money off of them.
Watch it right away. You're dying. You can't wait. You got to see it, and you couldn't be there live. You'll be able to watch the archive on my Twitch channel, all right? Now, Monday is my day off, okay?
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
doing
his day
any
off.
videos
He needs a
or
day
gameplay
off.
or anything on Monday. Like I said, I may
He plays
upload
video
the
games all the time. He needs a day off.
But Monday is the day when I'm going to be doing a ton of stuff away from YouTube, personal stuff.
Oh, personal stuff.
If Curse releases my channels quickly, I'm going to try to get it enabled with the new network quickly, and hopefully my
Who is this new network? I'm surprised you didn't say.
Uploading or anything on DSP Gaming, I can get that 8.5 hours of re-enabling ads done, so that way I can come back full force on Tuesday with no issues. Okay. Tuesday, what can you expect? Well, hopefully by Tuesday, ads are back and I'm with this new network. If that's the case, great. What I'm going to do Tuesday...
Well, he was so gung-ho about talking about Curse when he left Machinima. But he's keeping this new network under wraps.
Twitch, it's going to be the first ever Neo story-based DLC. It's called Dragon of the North. Apparently, it's this new dragon. It's a one-eyed dragon. I guess one of his eyes got gouged out or something. And it's a new boss, but there's supposed to be a new weapon, new armors, and new enemy types, new stages,
about
all
Neo.
leading up to this big dragon fight. So that's this week. I'm starting that on Tuesday on live stream. Yes, I'll be recording it. And as long as DSP Gaming is up and running again, I'll be uploading that to DSP Gaming. Now, in addition... Tuesday night, I will be recording a new session of Danganronpa. Yes, I'm finally returning to Danganronpa, folks. So that's great, right? That means that, playthrough will continue. And, playthrough that's been on hold for a month. It's the current Patron's Choice playthrough. And I promised you I'd finish it. And I will. I'm going to finish that game this month. So I'm sticking to my word.
Wasn't he talking about the third game a while ago and how he didn't want to play the games because he would get copyright ID?
Wednesday will be roughly the same.
He would have to deal with it. I don't want to pause him because I'm almost done. This was a couple days ago where he didn't want to upload any of this stuff. It's going to take him a while. It's going to take him a while to do it because since it's a story-based game, you can't just upload it. Otherwise, you're going to spoil the story and whatever. So he didn't want to upload it until the devs said it was okay. He's going to take his sweet time on this.
And Danganronpa at night, okay. Now Thursday we start to get iffy because I don't know how long this Neo DLC is. Maybe I'll beat it within 2 sessions, in which case there's nothing else to do in Neo, right?
I don't think there's anything
to
do with
Thursday,
Neo.
I will do a session.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Neo, but fucking whatever.
Okay. And yes, if time allows or whatever, I'll do more Danganronpa Thursday.
Maybe it's great.
Right?
Maybe
so that's
it's
kind of the rough idea for the
terrible.
Week.
I don't know.
Sunday, Worst Games Ever Marathon on stream. Monday, a transition day from Curse to the new network that I'm going to be with. Managed partnership, thank goodness. Tuesday.
He had to bring it back to that because he needs his managed partnership. He needs that money off of those videos that have the copyrighted music in it. He needs someone to go to bat to him and stop the illegal copyright claims. Fucking ridiculous.
The Neo DLC and Danganronpa. Wednesday, the Neo DLC and Danganronpa. Thursday, Persona 5 and maybe more Danganronpa. We'll see. What I plan to do is I'm going to have all these videos of the Worst Games Ever Marathon. I'm going to save them, and then finally when things slow down on a day when maybe I don't have a lot of videos to upload, that's when I'm going to upload those videos. Okay, I don't want to flood the channel every day. I'm gonna have double sessions of gameplay uploading to the channel. I certainly don't want to flood the fucking channel with these.
Well,
videos.
you always flood
and
the
now
fucking
I have like
channel.
50 videos coming out in one day, and now no one's ever gonna watch.
It's like a wash. Whenever it rains.
Save them, and then when there's time allows, I will be then uploading those those worst game ever marathon videos eventually at some point during this week, probably later in the week. All right. Now this Friday, which is May 5th, is the release of Prey. If you're not aware, Prey is a game that.
Why is he looking over the left like that?
Gameplay styles. It's got.
What does he have his notes on his computer over there?
Kind of aspect with a little bit of horror elements, but it's also sci-fi. Apparently, it's got like powers like in games like Deus Ex or Dishonored. It's apparently got a lot of stuff implemented in it. I'm interested in it. I'm definitely going to be playing that starting this Friday. So that's another new playthrough. So just think of all the new stuff this week. Holy shit, right?
Well, for a weekend preview, this is terrible. He's talking about something that's one day later, even though he's releasing this a day early. He's talking about something that's one day later, and then he's talking about Neo and then Prey. But Prey doesn't come out until Friday. It's horrible. He's not talking about any of the other days other than his Neo DLC. If you watch this on Sunday, the actual day that you would have expected this to come out, you would have missed it.
Right? That's what you can pretty much expect roughly for the week. Now, next week, things...
Wait a minute. Next week. All right. Whatever. It's fine. So he's only going to play Neo DLC and Prey this week, even though Prey doesn't come out till Friday. But next week...
Slow down. Next week, I don't think there's many significant releases, if any. There's like one or two indie-style games that are coming out that I may check out.
Indie-style?
But it's all going to depend
My
on
hair
how
is
far
indie-style right now.
You know, am I still playing it? You know, do I want to maybe focus in on Persona for a day or two next week? Or Danganronpa at night? I'm not sure. We're going to see. We're going to play by ear and see how it goes.
What's the point of this?
Off of that, all right? So next week's going to be a more laid-back week. This week is going to be crazy busy to start May. And then, by the way...
It's going to be crazy busy because he's going to a new partnership. He's got the Neo DLC, which is probably not going to take him that long. I don't know that much about Neo, but it's not going to take him that long. And then Prey on Friday. So why is this week crazy busy?
We've got infamous Injustice 2. Totally said the wrong thing. Injustice 2 coming up the middle of this month, and that's going to be huge. You know me, I love Midway fighters, NetherRealm fighters. It's going to have a cool story mode to play. It's going to have, I'm sure, tons of other offline content to play, plus online modes. I'll be checking out the characters, doing in-the-lab videos, doing online sets with every character. People are going to get memes based off of it. Like, remember, we used to do the YOLO Lantern and the Zod Rod and all that stuff? It's all going to come back. Trust me. Martian Man-Meat. All those are coming back, I'm sure. Now, of course, it's not the same characters, but we'll have new ones for all the new cast and whatever.
Yeah, amazing.
So I can't wait. I'm very excited for Injustice 2. This month is going to be a good month, trust me. With all the stuff
trust him.
That's coming out later this month. There's a Star Trek Bridge VR game that's coming out. There's a lot of stuff coming out that I'm very much looking forward to, and I certainly hope that you will check it out, whether you're watching on stream or you watch it on YouTube. With the new managed partnership, it's going to be great because you don't have to worry about videos being fucking muted or blocked or whatever anymore. I can't wait because it was so stupid. Of all things, like some of the videos, like part 1 of Final Fantasy 15, my playthrough got claimed because it has that Stand By Me remix in it. And I disputed it, and they fucking rejected my dispute. Fuck you, YouTube. You don't have the right to steal the ad revenue from part 1 of a
Except they do. They do have every right to stop you from getting money on that. God damn it.
That I've done because you don't want to abide by the law. You just want to cover your ass. That's what it is. They don't want to get sued by the music company, so they put an illegal system in that screws over the content creator.
It's not illegal.
So that they don't get sued by the music company because they know the music company can afford...
Phil, when you signed up for YouTube, there's a terms of service. You might want to read that.
To sue them, and I can't. So because they break the law and screw me over because they know I can't afford to sue them, but because the music company can give them all the ad revenue. Fuck that shit. I'm so happy to be moving back into...
It's probably not even going to be that much money. You're fighting for what? Fucking... It can't be that much money. It can't be that much money he's making off of part 1. Well, that's why he's going back to a managed partnership, because he's going to have a team of lawyers for whatever company, but he's going to make less money, I assume, to have these people go to bat for him. It's ridiculous.
A managed partnership. I really needed it. So fingers crossed, everything goes smoothly on Monday. Please, I hope that Curse overnight releases me so I can let this new company know right away. We can get it going, get the ads enabled.
Who's the new company? Who's the new company? Why were you so eager to tell us about Curse and not tell us who this new company is?
Truly perfect. That'd be great. And then by Tuesday, back to normal, and you don't have to worry about that shit. That would be amazing. But we'll see how it goes and go from there. All right. All right, folks, that is it for the week in preview. That's all I have to talk about. I know there was a lot of news and announcements and everything. Hopefully you found this informative, and hopefully the good news is good news for you. I'll have more information.
Why is it good news for me?
The month gets further in. There's also another event going on this month with patrons. If you're not aware, it's the patrons. I called it the Twitch and Chill event, but really what it is, it's a Jackbox party pack. I'll be playing that with patrons, but it doesn't look like tons of patrons registered for it, so it may end up being first just patrons, but then it could be patrons versus viewers or haters. People who want to come in and challenge the patrons. We'll have half and half of a room, half supporters, half detractors, and we can have it in a vicious
yeah. Oh man, I'm so glad that I started doing this. I'll get my name out there as a detractor, so I'll be on his left-hand side. I might not be the best person to be a detractor, but goddamn, does this guy piss me off. He really wants to milk the detractor side, but at the same time, he really doesn't want them at all. There's no way.
Party pack. That could be a really cool stream for this month too, and that's coming up later this month. Again, I don't want to give you a date yet until we get more of an idea of how the month is panning out, but that's definitely
no. It's important when you're telling people about the future of your channel to be like, oh, I don't know when this is.
Well, all right, that is it. Without further ado, for the last time, thanks to the March patrons. All right, because of the March patrons, we're going to have this upcoming event, the Jackbox event. That's why I'm calling them out. And because of the March patrons, I was able to pay my bills this month. So 2 more weeks to get through. Again, please, patreon.com/.
Don't put it Twitter.
1 day left to pledge and make it count to help me out in the next couple of weeks when it's the absolute.
It's obviously over now because I'm doing this on May 1.
Consider if you haven't. All right.
Oh, he's got his hands crossed. He's praying to you.
For the Worst Games Ever Marathon. Have a good night. Peace out. See you then.
I don't want your peace. Well, I suppose I'll take this one moment here now to close this out because I've been going for quite a while. It's not illegal. It's not illegal to have somebody copyright claim their song on your video. They're trying to protect their intellectual property, and they have every right within the law to do that. When you sign up for YouTube, you make certain concessions with the videos that you put up there. That you will not upload copyright content. And I said earlier that I had a video that I uploaded that had music in the background, and it was instantaneously copyright ID'd. But I didn't care because I'm not trying to make money off of YouTube. It's just a way for them to give their people who are trying to manage partnership. They really want to make sure that intellectual property is protected. And they will automatically do this system to stop you. It's obnoxious, yes. But even if you have a team of lawyers going up to bat for you, it's not a guarantee. I'm going to call it here. It's obnoxious. But good luck, DSP.